Hello, saxophone players. Welcome to your week 5 lesson. First thing that we're going to do is make sure that our reed is placed correctly on the mouthpiece. You'll notice it's straight up and down, and then this is even. So you can see the same amount of black mouthpiece all the way across your reed. Then when you flip it around, you'll be able to see the same amount of reed behind it like that. All right. So we're going to be working on the 5th grade band warm-up. So go ahead and get those out. And you'll notice our first note is the note G on our 5th grade band warm-ups. So the note G is going to be played with your first 3 fingers pressed down, and that's it. Okay, so we're not going to use any fingers in our right hand, just our first 3 fingers in our left hand, and this is the note G. Remember, for holding the saxophone, we are pushing our thumbs forward, and then this should basically bonk me in the top teeth or top lip. That's how you know that our neck strap is in the right position. Let's play G again. 1, 2, 3. Our next note is A. We're just going to lift up that 3rd finger. Remember, these 2 first fingers are on either side of the baby keys right here. This is the note A. Next note up is going to be B. Guess what we do? We just lift another finger. So this is just going to be our first finger. This is going to be the finger right above the bis key, that little small one. Here's the note B. Then we have C. This one breaks the pattern because it's just the 2nd finger. So just 2nd finger, no other ones. If you put down the 1st and 2nd finger, you're going to get A. We want just the 2nd finger for C. Here's C. Then we're going to have one more note. And of course, that is the trickiest one, which is D. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With this thumb key press. So make sure you have all of those fingers on the bottom hand down. Your right hand now gets to wake up and actually press some notes. Make sure you're pressing out with this thumb, your right thumb right here. Press forward with your right thumb to help you press those fingers down for D natural. To write down any of those fingerings, please do that right now for letter A. In the meantime, if you need to pause, please pause. Let's go ahead and play letter A and letter B. Here's letter A. It starts with a G, then goes right up in the same order that we just practiced. Ready? 1 and 2 and letter G and right and go. 1 and 2 and A, measure 3. 1 and 2 and B, first note. 1 and 2 and 2nd finger, go. 1 and 2 and high D, all of them. And congratulations. That was letter A. So that's the first thing that we're going to play in most of our band rehearsals as a group. It's a really great exercise for all of the instruments together. There's some specific saxophone warm-ups that I'm going to give you in a little bit. However, now let's go to letter B. You'll notice it's the exact same notes, G, A, B, C, D, but then you go back down, C, B, A, G. In addition, instead of the whole note, which is a circle, taking up the whole measure, we have a half notes here, which is circle with a little line. That's called a stem in fancy musical terminology. and that takes up half of the measure, which is going to be 2 beats. Feel free to practice letter A until you can get all of those fingers correct without having to kind of guess or take a few seconds in between each note. Let's go to letter B right now. Feel free to practice letter A if you need to. Ready, 1 and 2, and letter B, ready, and go. All right, that was letter A and letter B. Excellent job. Feel free to go back and rewind and do certain parts of this lesson again, especially playing letter E, B, and letter A. We want to get really, really good at those because those contain a lot of the same notes that we're using later on down the page. If you look at letter C, it's the same as letter B, just a little bit faster. If you look at letter F, it's the same notes, just with those eighth notes. So these are very, very important notes that are going to help us in 5th grade. Have fun practicing.